If you're thinking of getting the Fuji series, the Fuji XT mirrorless series, then this video is for you. I've been using the Fuji XT series for quite some time, about 3 years going to 4 years, and I have used the Fuji XT3, I've used the Fuji X-S10, XT4, and recently I got a chance to play around with the Fuji XT5. So if you're asking yourself which camera should you get right now, for an entry-level Fuji series, I would say get the X-S10 or the XT32. If you're looking at going to events and maybe studio, I want to go a little bit more than the entry-level Fuji cameras, then you should look at the Fuji XT3, the Fuji XT4, and Fuji XT5. The Fuji XT5, hands down, is better than the Fuji XT4 and Fuji XT3. Why? Because if you're doing studio photography, Fuji XT5 has high megapixels that will give you a lot of information to work with when you're editing, which is actually good for studio photography. And for weddings also, for you to crop in, the Fuji XT5 is amazing also. The sensitivity of the Fuji XT5 is just superb. I tried it with the Fuji XT3, X-S10, and XT4, and XT5 is just more premium than the rest, which is amazing. Also, the straight out JPEG file at the Fuji XT5 is sweet. Like I tried editing some pictures with the Fuji XT5 JPEG only, and it was amazing. If you use Lightroom, Fuji XT5 raw files on Lightroom is just so cool. I tried it and I loved it. So currently now I'm thinking of selling off my XT3 and X-S10 and go for the XT5 because the raw files were just good. The JPEG files were also just nice. Like it was just nice that I love it so much. If you're thinking of a camera to get, a mirrorless camera to get, and you're like, okay, I don't have a lot of money, the Fuji XT series are amazing. It's affordable, you don't have to break the bank to go all out for it. But the bad part about Fuji is that it overheats. The Fuji X-S10 is the baby of all, and it overheats like crazy. Fuji X-S10 doesn't work good in areas or environments that don't have a lot of air, like it's not cool. Environments that are a little bit hot, it overheats. I tried using it outdoor, Fuji X-S10, it overheats on me. It was funny enough, but it did. The Fuji XT4 also overheating issue, yes, but not as bad as the X-S10. For the Fuji XT5, we did an experiment shooting outdoor. We tried photo and video hybrid, what I do on a normal day, and yes, we had some overheating issues also. But fair enough, I would say with the cost and other things involved, I think the XT5 is a better one. So if you have to choose between the XT4, XT3, and XT5, if you have the money, go for the XT5. So let's say you don't have the money, you want to go for the XT3. It depends, but XT3 is not as new as the XT4. I prefer I get a new tech that can help me get my jobs done faster. So I'll go for the Fuji XT4 over the Fuji XT3. But if you have the money and you want to just get one, you just get the Fuji XT5 and keep it for like a long time because this cam is really amazing. I think in the next 2 to 3 years, the Fuji XT5 might actually be one of the best XT series camera to come out of Fuji. I'm ready for Fuji to give us a firmware update to the auto eye focusing because the eye focusing is not as great as Sony and Canon. I had an experience with Sony A7 IV and the auto eye focusing was amazing. So the Fuji is trying, but over 100, if the Sony is 90, the Fuji is like 55, 60. It's not really up to what I expect, but the Fuji X-T5 is an amazing camera. So if you have the money and you want to get a Fuji camera, please invest in the Fuji X-T5. Like the raw files are amazing. I will drop a link below where you can download the Fuji X-T5 Lightroom preset for JPEG and for also the raw. It's one that you can play with and make it your own. Thinking of a camera to get and you're on a budget and you don't have a lot of money to throw around, between $1,500 and $1,700, I would say you should get the Fuji X-T5. For me, looking at the cost and the economy right now in the world, I prefer to go for the Fuji X-T5 than the Sony A7 IV, which I really want. But right now, because of the economy right now in the world and where I'm from right now, I think I'll just stick with the Fuji X-T5 and make it work for me. You want to get a camera and you want to enjoy a camera with good experience, high megapixels, fair enough ISO compatibility, low light issues, and a little bit of overheating sometimes, then definitely the Fuji X-T5 is the camera you should get, and I'm sure you enjoy it. So go ahead and have some fun.